Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be going over everything you need to know about Gigantamax Lapras before it happens in your area here, so you are going to be completely prepared as to what to expect. How much are the max mushrooms going to help? How many people is it going to take? And all the other little things in between here. We're going to go over that really quick. So if you do enjoy these videos, if you can give it a thumbs up, that'd be much appreciated. Let's go ahead and hop right into this here. So this is going to be going down December 8th from 2 p.m. until 5 p.m. local time. It's going to be only for 3 hours, so you've got to take advantage of this. But they do make it quite nice because of the bonuses here. So without the ticket, we're going to go over the ticket here in a second. Max particle limit collection increased to 1,600. All power spots will be hosting Gigantamax battles, so you don't have to worry about, well, you're going to be having to run around, but at least if you find a cluster, you don't have to worry about them being something else. Power spots will refresh more frequently, so that's going to be every 30 minutes, okay? So 30 minutes, they'll refresh. ×8 max particles from power spots. Pretty nice. The following bonuses will be going on from December 8th at 12 a.m. until 5 p.m. local time. So ×2 max particles from exploring. So that's going to be your distance that you're going to get, that you go into your little options and you collect, and then 1/4 adventure distance to receive the max particles. So they're cutting the distance down, which you're going to need to collect those. Now for the $5 ticket, you're going to receive 1 max mushroom, 25,000 XP, as well as ×2 XP from max battles on top of what you're already going to get. And then the max particle collection is going to be increased to 5,600. So pretty interesting stuff. Max particles in the shop are going to be 1,000. So that's what, 10 bucks? Or am I missing something here? Is that how much they were? Something like that. They're ridiculous. I do believe that actually gets you a couple of them, so that is the bundle there. But still, no. Now let's talk about them. What do they do? The max mushroom. What's max mushroom going to do? It is actually going to make it so you're doing ×2 damage. So essentially, if it took you 20 people to take out something and everybody has a max mushroom on, theoretically, you can do it with 10 people. I'm not saying that that's what's going to take for your Lapras, because it really comes down to what you have powered up as well, which we are going to be going over also, so you know exactly what you're going to be wanting to use. Although I'm pretty sure you're aware of what you're going to want to use at this point, but we're going to make it crystal clear. So the max mushrooms essentially are going to make it so you're doing ×2 damage. All right. I said that you may want to hold off on using them, but to avoid congestion, meaning to just slow everything down, maybe if you feel like your group isn't strong enough, then I don't want to encourage you to buy them. But if you already have them, maybe you just want this event to go smoothly, then you want to definitely maybe use it. We'll have to see. Maybe just kind of feel it out in your first one, and if it's not looking good, then go for it. You have to also take into consideration the move that this Gigantamax Lapras does have as well. Now, if you guys back out, it could potentially have another move, so keep that in mind as well. That's a good way to kind of refresh something like having Blizzard, which I do believe is going to be one of the hardest ones. Your 100% IV non-weather boosted is going to be 1509, and then weather boosted. Well, do they come weather boosted? Yeah, I think they 1886. I don't know why I'm spacing that out. So 1509, folks. All right, so here are your top counters. Of course, we already knew these things pretty much, but Toxtricity, Gigantamax with level 3 attack, okay? And then you have Gigantamax Venusaur with level 3 attack, Gigantamax Toxtricity with level 2 attack. So if you can't power it up all the way, it's still going to be great. The next tier is going to be Gigantamax Venusaur level 2, obviously. Dynamax Rillaboom level 3, Dynamax Toxtricity. So we're talking Dynamax, not Gigantamax now, okay? Because Toxtricity also has a Dynamax form. So if you have one of those, level 3 attack, then you have Dynamax Machamp, should I say, level 3 attack as well. And then next you do have Dynamax Venusaur. I'm personally going to be using a Dynamax Venusaur. I'll show you what my team is here. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that in just a second. So from Pogo Central, he has some news here. So from each Lapras Gigantamax raid that you do, obviously you can't just, well, if you have the ticket, you can stack them up as much as you want, up to, what was it, 5,600 max particles. So from each power spot from these Lapras, you're going to get 820 particles, which is insane. Using a lucky egg with the event ticket will get you 100,000 XP per battle. Okay. Now that's nothing to scoff your nose at. We're going to be looking like 35,000 or Stardust per star piece per Gigantamax raid, so make sure you have a star piece on, but you definitely want to make sure you have a lucky egg. It doesn't matter if you're level 50 with 500,000 XP, still take advantage of this, because when we get new levels, you never know what the limit's going to be, and that's pretty damn insane. Otherwise, if you don't care, then hey, go for it. But if you're looking to level up, this is going to get you going great. And it's looking like you're going to need to do it. All right, so likely needed around 10 to 12 players with the max mushroom counters. Like we were discussing, could take you 20, but with the max mushroom, it's going to be theoretically half of what you need. Again, it's going to come down to the counters that everybody's using. If people are in there with like something they just evolved and they powered them up twice and their charge moves haven't been charged up and they're still at level 1, then yeah, you're going to have a little bit of trouble even with the max mushrooms. But if everybody is on their game, not to say if you haven't done those things, you're not on your game, because I understand it takes resources, but here, you hear what I'm saying, okay? All right, let's go ahead and start this video here. And we're just going to look at what I have. So I do have the Toxtricity. This is going to be completely powered up. Make sure you do have Spark for the quick move, all right? Because your quick moves are going to be your charge moves when you do Gigantamax or Dynamax. It doesn't matter about your charge moves. Quick move it down, okay? Just quick move it down as much as you possibly can. And again, make sure the typing is going to be the one that's super effective to it. So for this case, it's going to be Electric and Grass for the Toxtricity, as well as the Venusaur that I do have. So I do have a Dynamax Venusaur. I haven't powered it up all the way. It does have all of its moves completely maxed out. And you could technically use Phalanx if you powered up one of these. I mean, put counter on there and you're going to have a super effective fighting move. Now, that's, I mean, Machamp is obviously going to be a better option, but if you powered it up, well, there you go. You go ahead and use it, all right? It's going to be useful for you here. Otherwise, you could also use double with... it does have a fighting quick move, right? It does have a fighting quick move. You could technically use it if you powered that one up, but okay. All right, now we're getting down to the lower echelons here. So maybe if you can use those other first ones we were talking about, that would be the best. I see people talking about the Blastoise. It's tanky. It could provide healing and stuff like that, shields and whatnot, but not really recommended though. But if you use it, fine. Another recommendation is going to be Metagross, because you could technically resist the ice, and therefore it will help you kind of use it at the front lines. So you use Metagross at the front, and then when you are ready to Gigantamax, when you have that timer, then you go into your Toxtricity or your Venusaur, and then you do all that damage there. Then you retreat back to the Metagross, and then you could potentially heal yourself, and then keep on going and going. Now, right here, I do have 2 Venusaurs. Now, I'll probably go in there with the Metagross after a while. We'll just have to see how it all works out. If we keep getting hit by Ice Beam and Blizzard, then yes, I'll use my Metagross, but otherwise, I will be using my 2 Venusaurs, I suppose. I don't think using my main, that Dynamax Venusaur as a kind of frontliner is going to be the smartest thing, considering we're going up against an ice Pokemon. So we do have that to consider. All right, now one last thing. What in the world? Why do we even need Gigantamax? Yeah, and what are these shiny odds? I'm not too sure. Hopefully we're talking 1 in 10, but I'm not too sure. It's too early. I'm sure by the time this gets up and you wake up and you're just seeing this or whatever the case may be, then the odds have been coming out. But as far as I know, it's a quick event, so I'm hoping they're going to be 1 in 10, right? Or something like that, 1 in 20, or I don't know. Something relatively not ridiculous. And now, again, what do we even want this for? What? Gigantamax, Lapras, Ice. We have Blastoise. We're going to get other Inteleon, which is going to be infinitely better as far as water attacker. So we do have these 2 apple, this apple dragon, this grass and dragon type here, which is going to be 4 times weak to ice. So you do have that. Technically, you do have that's what it's going to be really good up against. And then we also have this other one, Sandaconda. It's ground type, but it's you know, also weak to water, so you have that. Also weak to grass, so you have that. So technically not Lapras. So the only good one is going to be this, unless I'm missing something here. Yeah, you could say Venusaur, but you have Charizard for that. And then we're going to get better flyers like Corviknight in the future, which are going to demolish it. So anyways, there you have it. Just wanted to give you a quick rundown. Again, 100,000 XP for each one if you have the ticket when you have a lucky egg on. 35,000 plus Stardust per... was it 37,000 stars per Gigantamax raid with a star piece on. 100% of it is going to be 1509. The max mushrooms are going to do 2 times damage of what you're doing. So, you know, it's going to be like one of you is going to be like 2 of you, essentially. Okay. So just want to let you all know that. Toxtricity, a Gigantamax Toxtricity, Gigantamax Venusaur, Dynamax Toxtricity, Rillaboom Dynamax, and then, you know, you can just go down the line of whatever, you know, pretty much grass and electric is what we have. And then you have, of course, your Machamp Dynamax, and then Phalanx. Anyways, there you have it, folks. Just want to let you know it's good. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up if it helped you out, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.